Where are we right now, Alex? We're up in Boone, North Carolina.
Yeah, we just got here. Temperature here is 38 degrees, so it's pretty cold here. Delivering supplies, blankets, sleeping bags, warm socks, and we're here in a Cornerstone Church. Pastor Reg is going to help us to distribute this
Distribution.
stuff. Yes.
And right here they have, so this is buckets, look at this, buckets of supplies. This is like basic needs that they need.
Yeah.
And it looks like got water outside.
Yeah. Let me. Where you want me to stand?
Brother Reggie, tell us what you're doing here.
So we have our site here. This is our distribution center. So 2 days a week, people can come and get food boxes. That food box is for a family of 5,
Okay.
Or 6 for a week. Then we have cleaning kits that you kind of see over here.
Yep.
These cleaning
Let's
kits over here.
see what you have.
So the cleaning kits over here have the basic cleaning supplies. So you've got paper towels, toilet paper, laundry pods, sponges, cleaning wipes, contractor bags, those kind of pieces. So people come and get these 2 days a week.
2 days a
And then
week.
the food boxes, and then we distribute to 8 counties. So the surrounding counties. So in Boone, things are still a little bit more stabilized. But if you ride outside the county, maybe like probably anywhere from 15 to 45 minutes is where most of the devastation is.
Yeah. So how you just said how many cars going out to distribute per day?
As many as 50 a day. Yeah,
50
we've got as many as
cars
50
and trucks per
distributions
day.
a Yeah. I mean, on a day like to this, where it's kind of raining and the driver's a little bit more, we might send out about 10 by the end of the day.
What's the main thing that people they need?
Like right now, because we're this morning it's 30 degrees, so right now we kind of moved into that warmer part where buddy heaters, propane tanks, camping stoves, small grills, sleeping bags that are cold sleeping bags, not just your standard, but like the 0 degree sleeping bag, like
We
that
got
things.
it. We got it.
Thermal socks.
What temperature is the bags that you have, Alex?
30 degrees.
30? Okay.
Yeah, so 30 degrees and below are great bags for
Yeah.
like still more parts in the rural counties. But and now we're starting to move into that part too, where we're starting to help rebuild like mold remediation, drywall, tearing up floors. Most people have got the mud out their house, but now we're trying to relocate people. There's a family out that we've been working with that they lost everything. They lost a farm. There's another family with a mudslide. 8-year-old boy survived.
Man.
Dad survived. The mother was washed out in the mudslide, and she
Awful.
was found 45 miles away.
Oh man.
So just trying to help those families, whether that's contractors coming in that can help, with flood cuts, in a mobile home, or whether that's contractors that can help, with landscaping, or we've got a lot of different parts. But we're still here as a resilient hub. So we have these 4 containers out here.
Yeah.
And
I've seen
the
it.
first couple of weeks we allowed people to come in here and do the shopping, and now the last couple of weeks we found that as the volunteers kind of drop off a little bit, it's better for us to have these prepackaged food boxes, blankets, cleaning supplies, toiletry kits, hygiene kits, all those kind of pieces.
Yeah, and I noticed your Walmart is closed.
Walmart flooded out.
Yeah.
So Walmart's closed until the new year. So for some people, we've seen a lot of people that just need food. Maybe they weren't impacted by the hurricane as much, but they just need food, right? So we've been trying to support those people, and then we're trying to send out supplies to people that are still displaced.
Wow. You guys are doing amazing.
Now, what about MREs, stuff
Got a
like
bunch
that?
of MREs. MREs
Is there a
still
demand for
Yeah,
MREs?
there's 2 or 3 places that still want MREs, and we got half a container still of MREs and protein shakes, and but MREs go pretty good.
So where are most of your donations coming from?
Most of our donations coming into us are from all over.
From all over?
Yeah, we got from Indiana, Michigan, North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina.
What's the name of your church?
Cornerstone Summit?
Cornerstone Summit Church in Boone, North Carolina.
Yes. So we have folks coming from all over, and some of these folks come in and they stay for like a day or 2. And then once they stay, we use them to help distribute out. So when we needed containers, one night we prayed like, hey, we need containers, and we were overloaded, and we needed some horse trailers, and we came that next morning. Somebody had drove down from Ohio to deliver hay to the farmers, and they couldn't put their trailer in the Hampton Inn next door, so they parked here, and we left them a letter. They ended up staying for 2 days and making runs remotely for us.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
Do you need do you guys need the volunteers still?
You still need volunteers.
You guys need
Still volunteers.
All right.
Volunteers to help pack boxes or volunteers to help sort through, because now the county is asking us to consider taking over the county warehouse. So we would be in charge of the distribution for that. We're working on those pieces. And then distribution, like tomorrow's a big day, Friday's a big day because you can come get food boxes, and it's a distribution day.
Okay.
That's a great work.
It's great. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a great work.
You guys doing amazing work.
Yeah,
Man,
absolutely.
thank you guys for coming and being a part of it.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
When
what
they said
we're.
you were bringing warm stuff, I was like, praise the Lord, right? You know, yeah.
Well, what we plan to do is we plan to do some fundraising,
Okay.
and what we want to find out what you desperately need, the number one,
Yeah.
and then we want to fundraise for that, and then bring these supplies here.
Let me tell you,
This is
prayer,
just the beginning.
yeah, let me tell you prayer wise. So there's this lady, her name is Edwina Tatum, and her husband Bob. They're out in this area that I've been going to pretty much 3 times a week. So they lost their house. They had a farm. I'll show you before and after pictures. They had a farm, horses, been there for 47 years. He's a Vietnam vet. They evacuated their house. You can't even tell where the foundation was. Foundation's completely gone. Farm completely wiped out. And her house, part of her house down the river, she found some photos and started praising the Lord, saying, look at what my Jesus left for me.
Proud, praise
Everybody's
God.
crying. Everybody's in tears. I mean, she said, my Jesus knows I'm here. Look at what he left for me. And she found the mantle that her father had made for the fireplace about a quarter mile down the road. So we finally go meet her. We hopping in the car, we're riding down, and she says, my Jesus left this road for us so we can still get here.
Yeah.
We get over to her house, it's completely gone. I mean, the shed is there, everything's completely gone. And she said, I just wanted to make sure that my prayer garden is still here. So Samaritan's Purse came and cut the trees out so she can walk. She said, every day I walk to my prayer garden, and every day I feel the presence of the Lord.
Wow.
And she said, my house is gone, but the Lord has left me his presence. And we were like, just
Unbelievable.
unbelievable. I mean, just unbelievable.
Oh,
And so
man.
we've been working hard to, like, really praying that, like, insurance is not going to cover it because the insurance says that the flood took her house. But the weather service just made a report that the highest winds were in her neighborhood. So we're hoping that, just trying to figure out how to help her rebuild again, because they were there 47 years. Her wedding anniversary, 51 years wedding anniversary is Saturday. So we're sending them out to dinner for their wedding anniversary and just trying to get heavy machinery out there so that we can clear the debris, trying to get a civil engineer out there to see if it's possible to rebuild. And a lot of folks that now that the floodplain has changed, they may or may not be able to rebuild in the same place that their land goes 4 generations back. Some of this land out here goes before the Civil War.
Yeah.
So just pray for Edwina and Bob Tatum. I mean, I want to help a lot of people, and there's a lot of families we're working with, but that family keeps me up.
Absolutely.
Now, you guys truly expanding God's kingdom
Yeah,
and
sure.
showing God's kingdom to other. Many churches, they just like they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But you guys, foot in the ground, and doing God's work.
Well, you got to, so we got to help the physical need before we can share
right.
the gospel.
That's right.
Because if they're hungry, how are you going to share the gospel?
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Mhm.
That's right. Thank
Well,
you.
we really appreciate everything you're doing. We want to be a part
Well, thank you.
and to help. I live in Gainesville, Georgia,
Do you really? Yeah.
and I have a friend that lives in Swananoa.
Yes, want to know it's bad.
So it's really bad up where he's at, but we just want to be a part. And he's already been up how many times?
Yeah, I've been here 3 times.
Oh, wow.
So my organization, Mercy Charity.
Okay. Yeah.
So I brought water and all kinds.
He's brought a tractor trailer up, 3 times?
Yeah. Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
semi, yeah.
When I met Jose,
Yeah.
he said he mentioned
Yeah.
about you. I said, okay.
Yeah. I just got on the phone with him a while ago.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you for your help and thank you for all the things you guys are doing.
Well, hey, it's a pleasure meeting you. So where do we need to unload?
Well, let me see over here.
You know, show me what else you have in the back real quick. So we got,
We just have changed this because this is not a packing day. Normally this whole thing is full.
This is your
Yeah, so we have basically, like, the thing we said the first week the hurricane happened, I said, okay, I would rather fill a church with supplies and figure out how to have church than have good church and no supplies.
Wow.
So part of what we've done here in the last couple of days is we just moved up, and normally all of this is stacked with, all of this is normally stacked.
So we got baby food.
We got baby food. We've got these pieces here. We just are starting to move stuff out of here into our containers
Okay.
so that we could have a little bit more room on Sundays. So we pretty much have everything that you need here and supply here.
Basic, all the basic stuff that we take for granted every day.
And then we have a room upstairs that's packed with all the baby stuff. And then you can see the supply room right here.
Okay.
That's where I can pull this open. Yeah, I think we can pull over to this side. Okay. So these are all about to start going out to warm places.
Okay.
Okay, there's the heaters.
Yeah, there's
The
heaters.
Mr. Buddy
Gas
heaters.
tanks, chainsaws, drop cores, shovels, charcoals, sleeping bags.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh
things
yeah.
don't last. I mean, these sleeping bags generally don't last for even like a day or two.
Really?
So you know, once
So
they
they're
go
gone
out,
quick.
Yeah, they go quick, and then
So we've got
hand warmers, buckets, tarps. We're really big in tarps.
lights
Today.
because they don't have electricity in a lot of places.
Generators.
Flashlights.
These type of things. Flashlights.
Sleeping bags.
And I heard that there is some areas they just got one light.
Yeah. Some areas just got. But when we sent out a week ago, we sent out to Burnsville, and that was what 5-6 weeks after the hurricane to Burnsville, and the hub that we sent to, the hub told us that in that area they found 11 bodies.
Oh
That
man,
was 6 weeks after, 5 weeks after.
that's
So,
it's
I mean, they're
heartbreaking.
still finding
Sad.
people. You know, so
Do they have any idea what the numbers are? Or no. No.
I don't even know if they're gonna really report them.
They'll never know.
There's tourism parks and there's people.
So you got chainsaws.
Yeah, chainsaws, and this is wasp spray. We have chainsaw oil that you kind of see here. Trolley jacks here. The chainsaw oil.
Now, is all this stuff, is it free to the people? So is that, so this is all donated? Absolutely.
Absolutely. So
Yeah, that's
and even when we send guys out with chainsaws, our guys, like if there's volunteers that come with chainsaws and want to cut people out, the volunteers bring their own chainsaws, and then if the family or whoever needs chainsaws, we send those to those areas.
I personally believe it's a great ministry, and you think about it.
Yeah.
This is what Christianity is all about. We should be helping.
Yeah.
Should be helping our fellow brother, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not about just sitting back and enriching ourselves.
No,
We
it's
should be out helping others, trying to save lives.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is upstairs. We have another room like this that's full of diapers and other supplies, and then the 4 containers out here are things that have more canned goods, more diapers, canned goods, things of that nature. Here in a little bit, they've got some more supply and everything. Once we move this car, we'll get you in here. Are the containers open?
Not all of them.
We'll open a container. So you can have
I'd like to see what you. Yep, sounds great. Let's go see what's in the containers. Got containers out here also.
Put them in the closed one in.
So we have in this
Purified water.
We have clothes.
Oh yeah.
Like helping out to sort things out.
Right.
And
So
Okay.
newer clothes, blankets, pillows, all that kind of stuff in this one, in this container
Okay.
right here.
There's all kinds of clothes in here.
Yeah. We try to keep new clothes and good use clothes.
Now, are you accepting any more clothes or blankets at all?
New clothes.
All
blankets,
new.
Yeah.
New.
Everybody the hubs that we're distributing to have all asked for new clothes because we got overrun with clothes that were just dirty and dingy
Right,
and
you don't
sticky.
need
we
that.
don't have time to clean them and all
No,
that kind of stuff.
right. Makes sense.
So they really want new clothes here.
Absolutely.
This pot over here, you can see here is diapers and baby
Wow.
formula.
Wow. Now that's serious. Something we take for granted every day.
Yep. And this pot over here.
Pallets of water.
This is like your MREs,
Let me
and
ease
your
up here.
potato shreds. These potato shreds are maybe like in a cup that you could just kind of add water to.
Okay. What's it called? Potato.
Potato shreds right here. These are MREs right here.
Okay, got
These
MREs.
are like the potato shreds where you can just kind of add
So it's
water.
quick, yeah. So they want stuff. It's easy.
Yeah, easy.
Got it.
Potato shreds here.
Okay.
So this shipment just went really fast because we just probably sent maybe half a pallet of MREs out last week to Minneapolis, which is a small town that's been hit pretty hard. Chris, these are just kind of add water entrees where it'd be like white bean chili, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So as in the next day or so, this container will be full again. So everything just kind of moves fast.
Now, where's all this product coming from?
This is coming from different places. This humanitarian effort came from the Mennonite Brethren Relief. I think some of that came from Convoy of Hope. Some of these other pieces came from Wilmington, North Carolina,
Okay.
South Carolina. We try to schedule the pickups like every couple of days. Protein, we get a lot of peanut butter protein.
Yep,
We're
that's
probably
quick.
getting
Yep.
low on peanut butter. We're getting low on more hygiene and sanitary products.
Gotcha.
So this is more feminine hygiene. This is like the men's Depends, women's Depends, toothpaste, toothbrushes. Again, kind of more personal hygiene, flushable wipes. All those kind of pieces are kind of in this box.
We got some a little bit also.
Yeah.
Wow, you're doing a great work.
Well, so we're starting to get a little bit low on like canned good food, kind of things like that. But the county warehouse is where we'll start coming from to move.
Tell me again about Swananoa. What all did you take?
Swananoa, we sent 50 pallets of water over to Swananoa because the kids in the Asheville area and eventually Swananoa are going back to school and they need 2 bottles of water per day.
I have a friend that lives there. Vadim lives in Swananoa.
Yeah.
And
There's a lot over there.
so
You guys need water?
No, we're good on water. I think we're starting to get low on canned goods. Okay.
So canned goods.
Yeah, 'cause the food boxes are going pretty fast. So before we had like, you know, a couple weeks ago we had a lot more of the canned goods. Now we're starting to get low on the canned goods as the food boxes are kind of
so we could do a fundraiser for canned goods, right?
canned goods.
Uh-huh.
So we're trying. So you know, storage is starting to kind of move more out to the containers to give us more space.
Everything in so far has
Go ahead.
Say the river was like the size of like a 2-lane road.
Yes.
But the river rose up 8 feet, so the river widens to be almost like a 4 or 6-lane road. And then the mudslide comes down, stops the river. The mudslide comes down, you got trees, rock, everything. It stops the river for about 2 minutes. So the river goes around and just kind of destroys everything around, regathers, and now it's 8 feet high, 6 lanes wide, coming down. And a lot of the bridges were knocked out because trees, cars, trucks are now in that river, knocking out full concrete bridges. And then, those mudslides split up houses and washed out people. And when you walk on the mudslide, if you go like out to Minneapolis and you walk on the mudslide, you're walking about 4 feet above ground. And so you're not walking in mud, you're walking in clay.
Unbelievable.
Clay, like 4 feet high. So people's possessions are under there, but also if there's a body under there, you're probably not. So when we walk to the mudslide, the first house with the mudslide is maybe about 300 yards down. But then the clay that you're walking on top of, it's higher than that stage. You're walking on probably about 3 or 4 feet of clay. So that's the part too.
And nobody would ever dream this could happen in the mountains. This kind of devastation.
Most people didn't evacuate
Yeah.
because we get flood watch all the time.
Mhm.
And so it wasn't just the floods, it was the National Weather Service just did a report that said it's the flood and the high winds. So 3 or 4 days of rain saturated the roots of the trees, and then then the high winds are wiggling the trees that cause the mudslides. And so the mudslides stopping the rivers, and the rivers getting high is what damaged a lot of people. So, yeah.
Sad.
And doing this ministry as far as when this happened, this disaster happened.
Yeah.
What on your heart? How did you get involved in being the main
we-
distribution and the hub?
We have 40 cars that students park right here, and we have a river that runs behind here. So the whole time while the hurricane was going on, I could see up on the mountain, I could see the water curving around the building. Like, I mean, this road was flooded over here. That trash cans floating down. Not a single car got flooded over here. None of our apartments got flooded. We got a washout in the back that we got fixed, and insurance did not cover. But we had 3 feet of water over here on the side, and the building was dry. And then we had a tree that missed my son's room by 3 feet.
That's a miracle.
And my wife was, she was crying. And she wiped her face and she said,
Unbelievable.
She said, if our house is safe, we're gonna make it a safe place for everybody.
That's right.
So we started saying, who can come over here? Who can take a shower? Who needs our house? We came down here. We saw the church was dry, and so we were supposed to have a cookout for the next day for our church, and they wanted to cancel it. And I said, why cancel it? Why don't we feed the community?
Very good.
So we fed the community, and we fed 300 people in an hour and a half.
Wow.
We just
That's
were feeding
powerful.
the community. We were going out in the community, and so we had one girl from our church who's from Wilmington, North Carolina, and they've hit hurricanes several times, and they said we want to support. I said okay. So immediately we got supplies. We were probably the fastest on. Samaritan's Purse was on first, and
Yep.
then we were probably the first on this end of the county to kind of come on. And people saw that we were feeding people. People started dropping off supplies. And I told our church that Sunday I would rather have a church full of supplies and figure out where we're going to have church than have good church and not have supplies.
Amen.
So that
Yeah.
Sunday, we, immediately after we had church, we fed people, and we're right here on this main road. People started dropping off supplies, and we just had everything everywhere. And then one guy just kind of showed up. I hadn't
So the
seen him
word
since.
got out
Yeah.
that you're storing and starting
People started
distribution.
seeing our Facebook,
Yeah.
messages, and people were coming from South Carolina, North Carolina. People were sharing that Facebook, and people started coming in. One guy showed up and he bought us some shelves, and then he left. So we started putting everything on shelves, and we just started.
So
supporting.
social media
Social
really
media.
helped it to get out.
Yeah, I mean we're
Made a
a
big difference.
non-denominational church, so
No, no. Yeah.
everything that we've done has been by relationship.
So you're not Baptist?
Everything we've
Pentecostal?
done- Not even Pentecostal.
I'm a Pentecostal. My wife's a Pentecostal.
Yeah, so everything we've done has been by relationships. That's why I tell people relationships is what moves. We believe from the very beginning of ministry is receptivity, and receptivity is relationship. Jesus says if they receive you, they receive me. So we figured hey, relationships is how we receive people. So when we go out to the county and there's people that are different. They have a different experience. There's people that, but we watch racial barriers come down. We watch denominational barriers come down.
Absolutely.
We watch all that come down when we're serving people.
Yeah.
But that's how we started. And then our volunteers were here, and our kids were out of school, so our kids were up here every day, serving with us. We had the middle school football team and all of Appalachian State football, basketball, baseball, softball, tennis. We've had teams come by here and serve. And then once school got back in, and once people went back to work, then we still have volunteers driving up from the mountain for the day. So we'll still kind of have that.
That's great.
Yeah, later on in the afternoons. The afternoons we get a little bit more volunteers than in the morning.
Well, I know Alex and I, we want to be a part of it. We want to
Yes.
do what we can, fundraising,
Yeah.
help as much as possible. We'd even like to come up, maybe help deliver a day or two.
Yeah.
I have a small company in Gainesville, but I do have, some time to come and do some.
Any parts that we can have. The next part is really going to be, the supplies. We're starting to move into the cold part, like we said before. So getting supplies in. And then, anybody that has skid steers, heavy machinery, dump trucks, just trying to help some of these people recover is going to be pretty good.
Sure. So that's
And then we're
good.
getting the Christmas. So adopted family we're working with, was on a call earlier today. Adopted family is going to be really important for Christmas.
Absolutely,
And then,
because a lot of these kids don't
yeah,
have anything.
and footbridges and those kind of pieces. So that's it. That's how we got
Well,
started.
we got friends that have heavy equipment. We could talk to them,
Right.
Yeah.
and so that we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Just try to help.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Hey, pleasure meeting you.
Great meeting you too,
Yeah.
man. Thank you guys.
Yep. I tell you what, while you're loading them up, I'm gonna go and make sure we got it.
You just cleared out some. George, you think we need to put that on the pallet or take it in the field?
We can't get it in a pallet in there.
Let's take this off all.
Okay.
So we'll get some pictures.
Oh,
Now, these are all vacuum sealed.
Oh, yeah.
Show me what you got there.
How do you want to do that, George? Since they're all kind of vacuum packed.
Can you get them in your room? Yep. I've already got a place where you can stack them.
Truckload off.
So do you want to take them in there with the box, or should we take them out of the box?
I would leave them in the box.
Leave them in the box, okay.
So that's
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
Is that right? No pallet now?
We want to. We put.
Sleeping bags, blankets, socks, everything for cold weather. What is that one there? Let me get a,
The thermal socks.
so it's a thermal sock. Let me get a picture of that. Hold it. Look at me.
Thermal socks.
Thermal socks. Do you have one of the blankets ready or no?
We have 500. This time we brought 500 pairs.
500 pairs of socks this time. Okay.
And the blankets.
All right, let me get a picture of that. Fleece. Look at me.
Yeah. We throw blankets.
How many blankets did you bring?
We got about 130 blankets here. We still have.
Oh, we got in the
bed
cab.
sheets.
Oh, in the back seat?
Yep. We're in Boone, North Carolina, and I've got a really crazy driver, Alex, here. He scares me a lot, but we are still alive. Hallelujah. Downtown Boone, North Carolina. And we go up there, we go skiing every year. Up to Snowshoe, Appalachian, and Beach Mountain is the other popular place that we go to. Heavy rains today. It's a historical town. A lot of this stuff goes back a couple hundred years, I'm sure. And you know who this town's named after? You forgot?
What's the game?
Daniel Boone. Yeah, so Daniel Boone had a lot of influence, and Western apparel. I'll clean this window for a minute. And we're going to meet with another pastor, right? Going to get some water filters for Asheville. They don't have drinking water in Asheville, North Carolina. They can't even wash their dishes. The water is so bad in Asheville. We can't imagine that. Go ahead and tell us what you do. What do you do here?
Yeah, I'm Courtney Matar. I'm the Senior Director of Development Partnerships at Wine to Water. Just nice to see you again, Pastor
Yes.
Alex. But I was just sharing some of the things that we're still doing here in the high country, Western North Carolina, Eastern Tennessee, providing mass amounts of water, clean water access, and non-potable water. So we have big, large, like 300-gallon tanks, driving around refilling, because here, where we're based here in Boone, is really rural response. So it's like home to home, what do you need? Most of the wells and springs are disrupted, destroyed, or dirty. And so with that, we're also distributing as many filters as possible, again, at the home level or the community centers, for people to come up, reaching the hardest hit areas, but also those that can't come to us, we're going to them. We want to, that kind of like last line, we're going to go even further. Just the past couple weeks, we've been on ATVs, we've had helicopters fly in, resources, but then on our team in West Asheville, we have 4 huge municipal grade water blocks flown in from Sweden, and they're running on max capacity every day.
Wow.
We're waiting about an hour to 2 hours in line to fill up their totes with water every single day. So
Okay. Well, that's a great work. And how many people with no water? I mean, now that you think
without water,
without clean water,
no,
what's the estimation?
still hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands of
Even-
people.
So Asheville, still Buncombe County, even as a whole municipality, and that's 100,000 plus, will not have water at least until end of December.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we have a pastor coming in today. He's gonna pick up a bunch of filters. He's gonna take it to Asheville to help the community there. And this actually, there are the first people who I contacted after the hurricane, and first load of water and supplies we brought here.
Okay.
So
Great.
yeah, so they're doing amazing work here.
And we do disaster response all over the world. We did never think we would do it in our backyard. But
And what's the name of the company?
Wine to Water.
Wine to Water.
Yes. But
Nice.
I think we're uniquely positioned to respond. So this is our international headquarters is here in Boone, North Carolina, and then we have a team who just lives in Asheville, our vice president, so we're able to respond
Yeah.
and just keep going every day.
So you go worldwide.
We're responding here and actually currently 8 other countries simultaneously. So Ukraine,
Yes.
we worked with Pastor
So-
Alex for a number of years.
So my wife's Ukrainian.
Yeah, we've been there for 2.5 years. We haven't stopped.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah.
let me ask
We
you this.
appreciate it.
What's the most thing that people needed here? Like
Right now,
in
we're
demand, yes. Right now.
I would say it's still mass quantities of water. So, of course, we have our filters. So the financial, need is huge because needs change every day, and it's different even within a town, tiny neighborhoods, if you will, or community, especially in the mountains here. The needs are different, or the solutions are different. So being able to support and sponsor people's well rehabilitation or spring rehabilitation, or if folks have access to like huge tanker trucks, so like 10,000 gallons, 5,000, 3,000 gallons to help refill the water tanks that we've distributed to people's homes. That's a huge need. And then we're also doing a disaster kind of shelter project, if you will, kind of an offshoot, but it's cold. You can see that today.
Absolutely.
It's going to
38
snow
degrees.
soon. People
Yeah.
are-
So people need to be warm.
yeah, most homes have been destroyed here at some level, and so even if, we can provide the water, sanitation, hygiene resources, hygiene kits, they also need safe shelter. So what does that look like to provide temporary shelter?
How many people are homeless, would you say? Any estimates at all?
I don't have any good estimates. I'd have to find out, but we are hearing stories, and if you went out into the communities with us, they aren't homeless. They would tell you they're really proud of where they live, but it's not safe conditions to be living in.
Especially with
So,
kids
yeah,
and
some
everything.
people still don't have power, but most people don't have clean drinking water.
Yeah. Just the basic necessities of life. Can you show us some of the products that you have here? Or
Yeah,
show us something. So this is international headquarters.
This is the
So this is one of the-
buckets.
Yes.
This type of buckets will go to Asheville, North Carolina, that people can use. They can put over the counter with the water filters.
Yeah, and so these are unassembled. It's just easier for transportation. So we have a whole filter build program. So corporations largely, but individuals, faith groups, families around the holidays can sponsor filters and actually build them yourself.
Okay.
And so like Pastor Alex, let's see, mentioned these will go out, and I won't do it right now, but you attach it. It's a
Yeah,
gravity fed
attaches.
system.
Got it.
And so it filters out 99.9999% of all bacteria, protozoa, E. coli, anything that's going to cause diarrheal illnesses, and 100% plastics. So even right now, the environmental impact of so many single-use plastic bottles, And if they've sat out in the sun at all that plastic is
That's
leached into
right.
the water.
Leaches.
They could still use that water and put it in here and filter that out.
That's amazing. Now, what type of filter is in that?
So in the casing, it's a hollow fiber membrane.
Mm-hmm.
So it's similar technology to kidney dialysis. So it's just tiny, like 0.1 micron holes. So all the bacteria, protozoa, turbidity cannot pass through, and each one can last for up to 10 years.
Wow.
They were just in Uganda.
Amazing.
And
Amazing.
a family still had them after 12 years.
That's a
perfectly
life-changing.
Yeah.
Life-changing.
And so we show, like Pastor Alex, when you guys drop them off, you all will show them how to clean them just to maintain their longevity and the high flow rate. And we use these all around the world, mostly because they're so portable. They just come like this. We'll source these wherever we are in the world. So they can last for a long time, but they can also filter about 1,000 to 1,200 liters a day. So that's a lot of clean water.
Unbelievable.
We can provide, so it could be in a classroom and provide water
Sure.
for a whole classroom or a school. Yeah, so this is what we're doing on the home level or in schools, and then we're also working here in Asheville, but all like Eastern Tennessee counties, from Ashe County all the way down Yancey, Mitchell County, needs basis, home by home, building, trying to get mass amounts, helping schools get back online. Just through clean water.
That's a great work, and you're saving lives. That's what it's all about. I'm a member of a channel. It's called the Enforcer Channel, and we do a lot of fundraising. Well, mostly Ukraine, but now we're trying to focus on the local needs. So we're trying to raise money, and try to help people, and that's our number one goal.
Yeah, and we're
And-
here for the long haul. I mean, we are anywhere we go in Ukraine. We build relationships. We had people on the ground right after Ukraine. We probably have, I would say, probably 60,000, 50,000 now of these in Ukraine.
Yeah.
And drilling wells.
You know what? In the beginning, the Ukrainian government, they didn't allow them. So
They
we
had to test them, right?
They had to test them in their laboratory, and they said it's really good before they can allow
So they had to prove that they actually functioned, that they worked.
Yeah.
We have a permit from the Ukrainian government
To distribute. Did you distribute some of these in Ukraine?
yes, thousands.
Thousands in Ukraine.
Already about 60,000 been distributed.
60,000? That's amazing.
Yeah. And I think here, again, because we are based here and uniquely positioned with what we do around the world, we're going to be here for the long haul. If that's 3 months, if that's 6 months, if that's a year, 2 years, we're going to keep going. Working with the local municipalities or governments or schools or just homes and neighborhoods, and be able to provide them the critical resources they need.
That's great. Well, we appreciate everything that you do.
Yeah, thank you for coming
We do.
by, yeah.
And
Excited
we
to
want to
see
be a
where these
part.
go.
I'm just somebody who's trying to raise money to try to help people that need help.
Yeah, I appreciate
And that's
it.
all I
Yeah.
do.
Anything we can receive just helps us to keep going, reaching more people, especially as we know here in the States, repairing a well or a spring is not a cheap endeavor.
No.
But it's needed, and that's what 8 to 10 households in Western North Carolina are on spring or well water.
Now, what's the cost per bucket?
To sponsor one of these is $75.
$75. That's the cost. It's a
I was
sponsor.
low.
You were a little low there, brother.
That's the cost of the experience, yeah. But to take them out, obviously our bigger technologies require more financial support. But it's all needed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think even to the homes that I've been to, like our spring or our well is okay right now, but a big challenge until we can get it repaired or even flushed out is it's clean to drink, but just sediment and turbidity, so the dirt, is just not potable. No one wants to drink that, and so these filter all of that out as well.
Good. Well, we got. Let's go and get. How many we have going up to
200.
200? And where's it going back to Asheville?
You're going to Asheville.
Going to Asheville.
Yes.
Okay.
And so it'll be at least 200 families, if not more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So that's a big impact. That's helping a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because we just got the report from the Asheville that the city said they're not recommending to use the water for bathing children, or to even wash the dishes.
Yes. No.
So
And
it's
we'll
very
have to connect you
contaminated.
with Tina down there, our team down there, because what they have done also is, especially again, they're in the more urban, response is that people in Asheville, in greater Asheville, did not know how to live without water for a month. You know, our teams in Tanzania were like, oh, it sounds like our typical Tuesday, like no power, no water
Amazing,
today.
yeah.
And so our teams have even designed education and curriculum to teach everyone and provide resources to say, this is how you can wash your dishes in a safe manner. This is how you use water for flushing, for basic cleaning, and how you use a filter, how to wash your hands, like basic hygiene and sanitation.
So we take it for granted.
But if you didn't grow up living,
That's
in that, you
right.
have
We
no
take it for
idea.
granted here
Yeah. And so it's
in
gonna
America.
be mid-December to end of December minimum until Asheville gets water back online.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
That's unbelievable.
they needed help.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Well, let's get them where they need to go.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And thank you. The international headquarters. And the name is called Wine to Water. That's the name. And the Amish are building these tiny houses. That's amazing for people to live in. And these people are in 8 countries. They're in Ukraine. They're all over the world. Africa, providing clean water. A great ministry to support. Wine to Water Ministry. Alex got a new truck. I love the truck.
It's the most hopeful thing I think that could happen.
That's the, where do you want him to come in?
Whose car is this, y'all's?
Okay, what could we do to help?
So the primary needs we have are volunteers to go out and help clean up homes and do debris cleanup. Out in our community, we have a lot of families and people who are still without dry, warm homes. And so a lot of what we're trying to do is set up either tiny homes for people who've lost things, or at least fix up people's homes who have been damaged. Additionally, we have in-house needs where our filter build system, filter build vents, as that is still a constant need of doing international work while also doing local community work with that.
Okay.
And so those are our 2 biggest needs right now, and so we always welcome volunteers in either of those areas.
Sure. And then some of this is volunteer information.
Yes, this is a lot of what we have. Water delivery is kind of slowing down. We're not having to do that as much, but
Okay.
there's still a need for that. But that's wrapped up with the cleanup and debris.
So are local people coming in and just devoting their time, or how does this work?
A lot of local people are devoting their time. We also have people who have driven all the way through Ohio to spend the entire weekend, starting yesterday to going till Saturday, who are out in the field right now doing work there.
Okay, because the reason I'm asking, because I have a lot of friends that are in construction, different, and we could organize a team together to come help.
That would be
So we would love. I need to get your card, and you could maybe, put us in the right direction.
Absolutely. We are in a huge need of skilled laborers with specific house building and construction.
So I've got friends that are construction carpenters, so we'll just have to pull them off the job. Do you hear that, Stacy? Time for you to come on up, buddy. David Watson, you're next.
Perfect. We'll take it.
So let's get them up here, okay?
Nice to meet you.
What we do it next?
So these are the 200 filters for y'all that will be given out. They'll come in one of 2 bags because we've got 2 different filters here. You have your Sawyer filters, which are an older model but still work just fine. We've just made upgrades. And you also have the newer model, which is our Village filter. So it's like the same system, just a slightly different setup for both. So the majority of them are the Sawyer filters, but they all work the same as far as you take them and you unscrew. Give you a quick little lowdown. Yeah, just unscrew here. Separate those 2 washers.
You got a double gasket, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Yep. And the gasket will go.
So then you can stick that there. And then you reach in and And then this is the part that's always a little finicky. Just screw it in place.
Oh, this is Courtney.
So that way, it's good and sealed. And then you always want to make sure this piece called a saddle is pointed down, so that way the hose has some support. Perfect. And then there you go. All you have to do now is pour water in, and it's good to go.
Now, would that filter pond water or river water,
Oh, yeah.
any type of water?
It will filter any kind of water. I can even take y'all over to our little demo and show you exactly how it works.
Well, we'd love to see that.
Here, follow me.
Okay.
And I think we have a proposal for all that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we were talking about it right before we started. So, yeah, just bring it back up to Claire.
So this is our demo. Let me just give this a nice little stir.
Let me see what we got in there. Oh my
So we got
goodness.
some, really nasty
That's
looking.
some nasty looking stuff.
Yeah, this is what you'd find out of your creeks, your riverbeds, where it's been really stirred up, and you can fill your bucket with that. And this is our most recent version of our filter, where it actually has a hose clamp, so you can pause it. But then you just let it drip, and you can take your cup, and it will filter out everything to be crystal clear.
And you can drink that.
100%.
So this water right here, and it comes out looking like that. That's
In essence,
unbelievable.
take water right now like this.
Yes. Yes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, same.
Hey, he's drinking it. He trusts it.
Yeah.
Yep.
This water is considered, as far as EPA standards go, it is grade 7. And to kind of give you an idea, grade 4 is standard city water. So this is 3 grades above your
3
safe
grades
drinking
better than city water.
Exactly.
Look at this, Alex. Look inside. Look at this is,
Yeah.
and you can actually drink that.
That's not right now like this water.
Yeah. They're saying that in asphalt, the water is like that.
Yes, I've been seeing a lot of photos. I got friends over there who they're having to do this sort of process. So, and then you can just take it, clamp it shut. And as far as maintenance for it, there are 2 things that we say is you want to backwash it, because every kit comes with a syringe, so you can backwash it to make sure to clear out any sediment that builds up within the tube and filter itself. And don't let it freeze.
How often needs to be washed?
Like once or twice a day. Like if you're using it constantly, once or twice a day is that. But,
We're talking about rinse the filter once or twice a day.
yeah, you can take it. You can take some of the clean water that you've got,
It's in
and you just take it, and you can kind of screw it
Oh,
on.
you're backwashing.
And just backwash it.
Got it. Got
And then
it.
good to go.
Now, how often for the filter itself should it be cleaned?
I mean that's the cleaning part right there.
That's it? That's all you do to clean it?
Like as long as you backwash it out, and
Unbelievable.
it works great. And as long as you don't let it freeze as well, that's the biggest concern this time of year.
Now, who invented this technology? You?
No, I did not invent this technology. Carrie, did we? Do you know? No. Do you know who invented the filter? This system?
No. It's technology that's
It's been around.
Been
Been
around for a long
around for a
time.
while, yeah.
Yeah, because these are called this is our village filter is what this model is called.
Okay. Well, it's amazing. It works.
It works great. We love it. We've been giving out tons and tons and tons of these. Yeah. So we're happy to give you all as many as you
Надо
need.
было раньше нам, целый месяц мы такую воду юзали.
Мы не юзали его.
Юзали, ну купалась и в этом такой грязной.
She said that they were bathing in the water like that because the water in asphalt right now the same.
right.
It looks that bad.
So Claire wants to have one of our staff with y'all in the training.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have questions about fundraising or needs or what we're doing, just email
Okay.
Courtney at wineandwater.org.
All right, let me get a little. Let's get a picture of this. Anybody there? There we go. Because I'm bad to lose cards. Perfect. Well, we're gonna see what we can do.
Okay, great.
We're gonna see if we can do some fundraising and try to help people.
Are you in Georgia?
I'm in Georgia, yeah, and I'm just a friend of Alex. We've known each other for a long time.
And let me know. I should be Georgia, maybe December 5th.
Okay.
We work, one of our partners, RWC or Reliance Worldwide Corporation, is based there. So they're doing a big filter build, about 1,500 filters actually in their offices across the world. But we'll be doing a big one there in Atlanta. So
Okay. Well,
be in the area.
maybe we can show.
Yeah.
And
Safe travels.
pleasure to meet you.
Yeah,
And
nice to meet
hopefully
you.
we can do help some people.
Yes, we
And
would
that's
love it.
what it's all about.
Yeah. Yeah.
From all walks of life, like you said.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
And so this is all going to Asheville, North Carolina. Yeah, that's going to help 200 families. That's going to help a lot of people. And they also have water. They have food. Basic necessities of life that we can conveniently go buy off the shelf somewhere. These people have nowhere to buy and have no money to buy it with. And look at the mayonnaise. Hand sanitizer, gloves, hydrogen peroxide, medicine, clothes, water, canned goods, soups.
This big box, unless you want it, it's pretty.
Kids' clothing. Sleeping bags. Mm-hmm.
For Asheville, North Carolina, they needed cleaning supplies. So the whole pallet of cleaning supplies goes to.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're really needed right now.
Oh, wow. And they have here cleaning supplies. It's all in those buckets.
A lot of people in the hospitals right now because of the contaminated water.
Mm-hmm. The
In
water's
Asheville.
so important.
Yeah.
Something we take for granted every day.
Yeah.
These people do not have. So that's cleaning supplies.
This is all open. Okay.
Wow. Great organizations.
And then these shoes we
And this organization, winetowater.org. Anybody that wants to help teens from Ohio, repair work. So they got organized tree removal, clean up mold, well rehab, drive road repair, water, repair work, just materials,